Next chapter. The Shadow of Kitahama Castle.
お腹いっぱいじゃー。美味であった。
As Harumoto had promised, the hospitality at Kitahama Castle was first rate. The view, the dinner, the dessert, it had all been splendid. Hatsuhime was hugely satisfied.
早速ペンダントの効能かなやったね。はあ、それにしても満腹になったら眠くなってきちゃった。
I can't sleep very well when I'm really full. I mean, it feels weird just to lay down. I can't even lay down until like at least an hour or something after I've eaten. See. Just as she was falling into a doze, a voice called from the other side of the screen.
Hime! Hime-sama! Hime! 入ります。ごめん。
How dare you, Muneshige! Slide.
なんじゃ、宗茂か。やばいか？ハツにも心の準備が。
You got a pervy mind.
何をバカなことを申されておる。冗談を言ってる場合ではございません。
どうした？
あまり声を立てられぬよう、すぐに城を出ますぞ。
何事じゃ？
城内に不穏な空気が漂っております。
You think?
不穏な空気？それはまさしく事件じゃな。いや、事件に相違ない。
You look at her face, like down here in the bottom. She looks so serious, like, oh my goodness, what's going on? But if you look at her face, like in the actual, like, big picture, look at her. She's like, oh my goodness, there's stuff going on. What is it? Let's find out. This could be fun.
そう楽しそうになさいますの。そう、拙者についてきてくだされ。
Yeah, I told you she thought it was fun.
幸い、この北浜の城は、宗茂が幼少の頃を過ごした場所にて、人が知らぬ抜け道や抜け穴にも通じておりまする。
Oh, that's convenient.
頼むぞ、宗茂。
Hatsuhime still didn't know exactly what was going on in the castle, but it looked like now was not the time to ask questions. Now she had to trust Muneshige and do what he said.
人の気配が。
Muneshige and Hatsuhime concealed themselves in a nearby room. As they did, they heard the sound of footsteps entering the room where Hatsuhime had just been sleeping. Swoosh!
姫がおらんぞ。感づかれたか。
It's ninjas!
布団はまだ暖かい。まだ遠くには行っておらんはず。探せ。
You're not Kakashi Hatake. Take that thing off your face. There were more footsteps.
宗茂、これは。
お命狙われております。
そのようだな。
そう、急ぎ参りますぞ。
They crept out into the courtyard, hiding briefly in the shadow of a tree. Lanterns were lit here and there in the castle, and they could see the silhouettes of their pursuers as they moved.
大手門は身を隠す場所も少なく、逃げるには不利。裏手に参ります。走りますぞ。
The gravel crunched under their feet. Ah! Thud.
いかがされた？お急ぎくだされ。
分かっておる。この裾ね、足に絡みつきおってからね。
姫、拙者の背にお乗りくだされ。
You know, with that type of clothing, it'd be very difficult to even get on his back just because it's got her, you know, legs so tightly together that she wouldn't be able to... Never mind. If anybody knows... Yeah, just...
嫌じゃん。子供でもあるまいし、おんぶなど。
そんなことを言っている場合ではありません。どうかお急ぎくだされ。
承知した。
See, she had to like take it off of one of her legs just so that she could like Open her legs wide enough to like wrap him around his back. When she was a child, she'd gotten piggyback rides from Muneshige too many times to count. His broad, strong back, Hatsuhime pressed her face against it and breathed in that familiar scent.
久しぶりじゃな。
He always knew how to comfort her, even when she was on the verge of tears. No matter what happened, Muneshige's gentle gaze always reassured her. Having him at her side, it made her feel safe.
宗重。
は、何か。
You seem very unconcerned for the fact that ninjas are chasing you.
なんでもない。呼んでみただけじゃ。
You belong to Monmon, I keep telling you.
さすがの姫様もお疲れか。元気を出されません。
何を申しておる。ハツは元気じゃ。それより走れ走れ、宗重。
そう来なくては。しっかりお捕まりくださる。
おお、早い早い。それ、景色が流れてゆくぞ。
あまり動かれますと落ちますぞ。
宗重がハツを落としたことなど一度もなかろう。だから平気じゃ。
そういえば昔はよくこうして姫をおんぶいたしましたな。
そうだったか。忘れた。
Liar.
忘れたとは。あんなにせがまれておんぶしましたのに。それにしても昔に比べるとこう少々重うなりました。
That's not what you tell a lady.
何？ハツが太ったと申すか？今100万人の乙女を敵にしたぞ、宗重。
Indeed.
いや、決してそのような集まりは成長なさったと。あいだ、曲げを引っ張らないでくだされ。
何が成長じゃ。やらしい。男はみんなそうじゃん。こうしてくれるわ。
What are you talking about? His meaning of matured basically just means that you got heavy, but your meaning of matured in your head, you're just hearing what you want to hear, aren't you? Dang! Let him breathe!
さすがに息ができませぬ。
Poor man!
うるさい。黙っておれ。
She clung fiercely to Muneshige. I'm sorry, it was just that whole choking. That was horrible to even hear. That was bad. What are you doing to him? She clung fiercely to Muneshige. As she did, she could feel the warmth of his whole body, and her anxiety melted away. What would Muneshige's face look like if she told him that he was her first love? She knew this wasn't the time for that, but still.
宗重。
Saying nothing, Muneshige quickened his pace. As Hatsuhime turned to glance at his profile, his face was somehow more unreadable than it had ever been. She swallowed back the words that were on her lips. They moved unspeaking through the moonlight, and finally made their way to a huge and ancient pine at the edge of the castle.
さあ、まだ残っておるかの。
After Hatsuhime had climbed off, Muneshige made a quick circuit of the tree, and, grinning, began to speak.
さあ姫、この松の裏へ。
なんじゃ。
拙者が子供の頃に作った秘密基地でござる。
秘密基地？
秘密基地とドリルは男のロマンにござる。ロマンとマロンは一字違いで大違い。さすが我がホワイトベースへ。
Drilling. I get it. Thick roots sprawled out from the massive pine, and when Hatsuhime looked carefully, she could see a small hole between them. She crawled in on all fours, a spiderweb dragged stickily across her cheek. Ugh! I hate that feeling. I cannot stand accidentally walking through like a spiderweb or something.
Dum dum dum, dum dum dum.
No. I swear, Muneshige.
宗重。
Exactly. Get him.
申し訳ござらぬ。子供の頃を思い出し。
Deep in the tunnel, there was a space directly beneath the pine, just big enough for 2 adults to squeeze into. The moonlight spilled down through the roots. If you made this when you were a kid, why did you make it adult size?
子供の時、これを見つけました。戦国時代に兵糧を隠していたかもしれません。
そうか。
懐かしいな。 パイルだーオン
This game's gonna be the death of me.
宗重。
面目ござらぬ。
Oh, is that a rat?
なんじゃ。何の鳴き声じゃ。
No, it's squeaking.
ああ、なおネズミなども多少おりますが、あまりお気になさらず。
気にする。ネズミは嫌じゃ。
I mine too. Muneshige, protect us.
スプーン一杯のお砂糖で薬も美味しくなるとジュリー・アンドリウスも歌ってござる。
Why are there so many references in this? It's awesome.
ネズミも千葉のネズミと思いなされ。そう、僕と夢と魔法の世界へ。おは。
No, that would be even creepier to imagine, like, 10 freaking mice coming around. Come with us to a magical kingdom, squeak!
似てない。
Exactly! Suddenly Muneshige's hand was covering her mouth.
おい、何か聞こえなかったか。
いや、空耳ではないか。
すまぬ、宗重。
空耳などではない。今確かにアハッという声がした。拙者か。
宗重。
人を集めてこい。この辺りを手分けして探せ。何としても初姫を見つけ出すのだ。
わかった。
面目ござらん。
ダメじゃのう。
Indeed.
得点欲しさに同じソフトを10枚も購入する。ダメ具合でございまする。
で、どうするのじゃ。
姫、よくお聞きなされ。この穴はまだ先に続いておりまする。
どうせよというのじゃ。一人で逃げろというのか。それは嫌じゃ。
拙者のことはご案じめされるな。藩随一の剣の使い手と褒めてくださったのは姫ですぞ。一人ならば何とでもなりましょう。それよりこの北浜城は源平の世からの由緒正しきお城にて何度も改築されております。
Okay.
今の形になったのは戦国の世のこと。この穴の先は古き時代の内堀にて石垣は牢獄として使われております。
So you're taking her in a passage that leads to a prison?
そこならば昼の間も暗く人目にはつかぬはず。辛抱して身を潜めていただければ。
嫌じゃ。絶対嫌じゃ。
初姫様、宗重は必ず参上つかまつる。
Well, you can't come for it if you get killed by ninjas.
そちはダメではないか。
ダメでございます。ダメのこの宗重を信じてくだされ。
嫌な予感がする。もう宗重に会えぬ予感がするのじゃ。
松明を持て。足跡があるぞ。
どこだ。
ここで水かっては共倒れになるだけ。宗重が打って出ますのでその隙に。
Yeah, the ninjas shout a whole lot for like a whole, people that are supposed to be stealthy. They just like, no, we're over here, just listen to us being idiots and talking about where we're gonna go and what we're gonna do and how we're gonna find you and stuff,
宗重、本当か。必ず戻ってきてくれるか。
はい、さあどうか穴の奥へ。
必ずだぞ。約束できるか。
I mean, he can promise, but whether or not he's gonna be able to keep that or not is debatable.
約束いたします。宗重が約束を破ったことなど一度もございますまい。
いや、あるぞ。
は？それはいつでございますか。
初が琴を習っていた時、終わりまで待てと言うたのにどこぞに消えてしまったではないか。
Women never forget.
あれは待っておりましたらちょうど同輩に会いまして男の付き合いもございます。昔話ゆえどうかお許しくだされ。
Was it an old female friend? Because if so...
いや、許さぬ。一生許さぬ。 ハツとの約束を破るのは断じて許さぬ。あれでことをやめたのじゃ。
姫
Her drive to learn that instrument was not very strong at all, was it?
だから必ず生きて戻ってまいれ。
Stop looking so cute. That's just at odds with your personality.
初姫様、宗重承知つかまつりました。
You've been talking a very long time that these ninjas were so close almost to mine you.
安心した。
どうぞご無事で。
Muneshige leapt out swinging his sword as Hatsuhime entered the tunnel.
いたぞ、出会え出会え。
He said they conveniently waited until they were done and she was about to go in order to come out and get him.
姫も近くにいるはず。捕らえろ。
Slash strike.
泣かぬぞ。泣いてたまるか。
The tunnel led further and further back, getting narrower as it went, and it would take a long time to reach the end. But when Hatsuhime thought of Muneshige, who was risking his life, she dared not complain.
よし、出口じゃ。
Just as she was thinking this, a bright light appeared at the end of the tunnel.
何？
I told you it was
出てま
bad.
いられよ、初姫様。
What does he wear on his head anyway? What is that white thing? Does he think he's Jesus?
お前は春本。
Haramoto was standing, surrounded by ninjas at the end of the tunnel nobody was supposed to know about.
なぜここを？
驚かれましたかな。いやしくも拙者は城をあなたの父上からお預かりしている。隠れ場所もおおよそ察しがつきます。ま、北浜城は古城の上に築かれた城ゆえ、隠し通路など他にも山のようにございます。
春本、そっちは何をしているのか分かっておるのか？
Is that evil laugh again?
藩主の娘に刀を向けるとは何事か。下がらぬか。
I think he knows.
藩主の娘ゆえに刃を向けて
See,
いる
he
のだ。
knows.
わからぬとは察しが悪いな。この厄介者が。
春本、わらわをどうするつもりじゃ。
どうしたものか。どうじゃ、命乞いはせぬのか。助けてほしいと言わぬのか。
何のためのこの所業じゃ。
知れたこと。これもお家のため、望月藩のためだ。お前さえ消えてしまえば、若き松千代の君を次期藩主に据え、藩政の実権はこの春本が握る。
己の出世欲のために藩主の娘を殺めるか。
出世欲。お前のような身分だけのわがままで何の能力もない娘が藩政を治めることこそ悪なのだ。才覚ない者に望月藩は委ねられぬのだよ。
愚かな。確かに春本には知恵がある。しかし才覚だけでは人心はついてこぬ。それがわからぬか。
ほう、無能かと思ったらいささか弁も立つのみだ。これはますます生かしておけぬわ。
花からその予定であろう。
恨むのなら欲に駆られて北浜城に投留した己を恨め。こちらは飛んで火にいる夏の虫だったがな。千載一遇のチャンス逃すと思うか。
せめて宗重は生かして返せ。あの者は関係ない。
そうはいかん。 水も漏らさぬ計画でなくてはならないんだ。お前の葬式ではよよと泣いてみせよう。
もうわらわは抗わぬ。だから宗重の命だけは
泣け、わめけ。そうでなくてはな。もはやお前に残された道は一つ。
Let's see this crazy face.
あるよ。
You should have known. That's all I'm saying. The light of the torches glinted along Haramoto's sword as he raised it. The sword swept down in a bright arc.
死ね！
Slash. The pendant broke loose from her neck. Clatter. It slid across the cold stone floor, far away from the torchlight, and was surrounded by a profound darkness. It had fallen into the sleep of endless history. Shadow of Kitama Castle to be continued. This one, Assassination Reset. Should we go to another one? It is 4:05 a.m. here, and I'm hungry. So I think I will save this for next time, which I've already saved it. We will come back, and I will go eat something because I hunger. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope the balance of everything is okay. I might have to turn up the voices a little bit next time. I don't know. Well, I will see you again next time on Fi Humbug Plays Yo-Jin-Bo. Bye-bye! Hope you enjoyed it. I kind of liked it. And Mon, I love you. I'll see you again next time, Mon. Anyway, bye-bye!